They say your HRV is 19,
We congratulate.
almost dead.
As yesterday though, I ate too late is really what it was. I like
Really?
yeah. But and I didn't eat all foods. So I was like in my head and just like eating and then I was like, fuck, what am I doing? And I was like, I haven't ate this late in like weeks.
What's
So I over
bedtime? What's your official bedtime?
9. No can poke then. Tanos then.
So I'm wondering how you could add a commitment to that bedtime.
I'm coaching a 7-figure entrepreneur who's trying to scale to $1 million per month. He's smart, he's driven, and we've got the business model pretty much figured out. But on this call, when I spoke to him, his whoop band showed an HRV of just 19. Now for context, he's 35 years old. That's the HRV of someone in their 70s or someone about to have a heart attack. Now elite athletes have HRVs in the 70s, 80s, even 90s. An average healthy problem may be 50 or 60. So 19 means your body is shutting down. And here's the thing, most entrepreneurs think their bottleneck is marketing or sales or their team. But for this guy, and maybe you, the real bottleneck is your body. Today I'm going to show you the 3 things we fix so we could finally have the energy to scale to $1 million a month. But lesson 3 is the one nobody talks about. It's not about sleep, it's not about food. It's about the invisible weight that's crushing high performers like you. So stick around for that one. Hi, my name is Mark Dharma. I'm the founder of Mill a Month. I've spent 17 years coaching high performers, including Sam Evans, Ty Lopez, and dozens of 7-figure entrepreneurs across many different industries like medical, manufacturing, e-commerce, coaching, and even cannabis. I personally made my first online sale in 2006, and I've generated millions in revenue through my own ventures. Now, what you're about to see is a real coaching session. I've blurred his face, I've changed his voice to protect his privacy, but let me show you what actually happened. This entrepreneur, let's call him Jace, runs a 7-figure alternative investment business. He's crushing it on paper. We're averaging 150K to 200K a month with a strong offer, highly profitable, and ads that are working. And we had a simple plan to scale to $1 million a month. The issue was he was just not executing on that plan. And it was obvious why he wasn't in this call. Here's what happened.
They say your HRV is 19,
We fall really.
almost dead.
But you know, Frock have been talking the last 8 days off. My steak has been on point.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I've been eating my coop early, so that have do it all.
HRV stands for heart rate variability, and it measures how much stress your nervous system is under. When you have a high HRV, means your body is recovered and you're ready to perform. A low HRV means your body is in survival mode, and Jace's body was in survival mode. He wasn't sleeping enough, he was eating too late, he was overwhelmed. And no matter how good his business strategy was, his body was the bottleneck because he wasn't executing because he didn't have the energy. So let me show you the 3 lessons that changed everything for Jace. Lesson number 1, your body is your business foundation, not your strategy.
So what's been coming up for me a lot the last 10 days, 2 weeks, is like I talked about to my other coach on Monday or yesterday. So we had like an hour conversation regarding like my overwhelmness of like time and calendar and my just like I feel like I have a lot going on compared to the average person. And it's a fucking shit pun. Everybody me like talk to, they like, fuck, how do you do all that? But in my head, I know it's not a lot. I know I can do it. So I know a big part of that was my sleep and my food. Wait, and I find out I've been dialed in. So I've been eating a lot better in the last few days. That's been the biggest thing.
Because here's the truth. Most entrepreneurs think they're overwhelmed because they have too much to do. But usually that's not the real problem. The real problem is they don't have the energy to do it. You see, when your sleep is off, when you're eating poorly, when your HRV is at 19, everything feels overwhelming. Tasks that should take 30 minutes take 3 hours or don't get done at all. Decisions that should be easy become paralyzing. You feel like you're drowning in work, but it's not necessarily the work, it's your body.
You've gone from red to orange in those areas.
Yeah.
All right. You're not in the green.
You have
From red to orange. Okay. I've heard this conversation before. How do you get a car to go faster?
less weight.
You get a car to go faster by removing the excess weight from it.
So where in my life do I have things that are slowing it down?
Yeah.
Think of your body like a race car. If you want to go faster, you don't just push the gas harder. You remove the weight. For Jace, the weight was poor sleep. going to bed at midnight instead of 10 p.m., eating late, spiking blood sugar before bed, and also having his body having to work on digestion rather just focus on recovery at night. Low HRV just shows that his body was in constant stress mode. It improved from red to orange when it comes to his HRV, but he still wasn't in the green yet. And until he got in the green, his body would stay the bottleneck. Now listen up. Before I show you the next lesson, let me tell you why I focus on this stuff anyway. I have a master's degree in sports science, and since 2008, I've been teaching entrepreneurs about high performance optimization. We're talking sleep, HRV, recovery, energy management. And back then, nobody was tracking this stuff. Now we track all of it in our Mamas app for every executive coaching client that we work with at Mill & Mann. And here's what makes this different. Most business coaches and consultants only focus on the business metrics: revenue, profit, conversion, team, which is important, and I focus on those too. But here's what they miss. Think about Formula One racing. F1 isn't just about optimizing the car. It's also about optimizing the driver, because the best car in the world won't win if their driver is exhausted, unfocused, or burnt out. You see, F1 teams invest millions into driver sleep protocols, nutrition plans, mental performance, physical conditioning, recovery systems. As much as they invest in the car, they put it into the driver because they know the driver is the vehicle. It becomes one. Your business is the same. You can optimize your funnel, you can hire the best team, you can have the best offer, but if you, the driver, the CEO, running on 4 hours of sleep, eating like shit and operating with an HRV of 19, the car doesn't matter. And that's where most business coaches fail. They focus purely on the vehicle, the business, not on the driver, you, the driver. And that's what we do differently at Mill & Mann. We optimize both the business metrics and the driver metrics because you can't separate the two. Which brings me to lesson 2, because even when Jason understood his body was a bottleneck, he wasn't protecting the one thing that would fix it all. Lesson 2, bedtime is non-negotiable. Treat it like your most important meeting.
What's your bedtime? What's your official bedtime?
9. Nok han bogten. Danos, Sanostan.
So,
The Liam better by mine. Yeah, folks, done.
so I'm wondering how you could add a commitment to that bedtime. Because if you was really committed to that bedtime and you was getting to sleep at 10, we would absolutely see this shift, your HRV shift.
But and we would. I would get like 1 super hours extra back.
Yes. And you absolutely would feel less overwhelmed.
Now here's what most entrepreneurs don't understand. Bedtime is not optional. You wouldn't skip a 100 grand sales call. You wouldn't miss an investor meeting, but you'll skip bedtime because you have too much to do. That's backwards.
You cannot operate like a regular person in order to do that. A regular person wouldn't be able to do all of that.
No fucking way.
No way. You got to operate differently. And a large part of that is like through discipline and doing the boring stuff like getting to bed on time, making sure you're going to sleep, waking up on time. And it's that's part of the work, you know.
Jace is running a 7-figure business, scaling toward $1 million a month. 4 hours a day on a leadership program, MITT. 3 to 4 days a week with his children. He has a relationship with his girlfriend to manage. He has training and his health. That's an extreme schedule. And if you want extreme results, you cannot operate like a normal person. One of my past clients, Sam Ovens of School.com, CEO and founder of School.com, works 12 hours a day and has no other interest really. Alex Amosi works out and works, that's it. You know, elite athletes sleep 9 to 10 hours a night. They're boring, but they get extreme results. And $1 million a month is extreme results.
But I guess it's me communicating with myself. Like, hey, when they're going to bed, when I put it into sleep, I'm web super boom.
Yeah.
Your relentless, I repeat. Yeah, it's night bedtime too.
When are you going to communicate with them?
Okay.
Okay. What time?
No, later, 8 p.m.
What time specifically?
Notice what I did there? I didn't let him get away with, I'll do it today. What time specifically? Always ask yourself, what time specifically? Because vague commitments don't work. You need to be specific so your mind knows exactly when to do it. I'll go to bed earlier doesn't happen. I'm in bed by 9 p.m., asleep by 10. As long as you add some alarms there as well, then it happens. Bedtime is a meeting with yourself, and it's the most important meeting of the day. Now here's the lesson that nobody talks about. Lesson number 3, remove the invisible weight that most entrepreneurs don't even know it's there.
Well, look at your day to day. So it's 1 o'clock and you said you've been on calls or been running errands and doing stuff. What have you been doing?
Well, 2 hours of that was a Makiki stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, the biggest thing is probably rat right out.
Yeah.
I can't see anything else, but I committed to this
Yes.
thing for 4 months. So I'm like, yeah.
Is there anything else outside of that?
No, I mean, literally all my time I do is either with work, the 2 hours of the Makiki per day, my kicks,
Okay.
and spending time with nothing else.
On paper, Jace was doing everything right. He'd cut out social media, he'd removed distractions, his schedule was clean, but he still felt overwhelmed. Why?
And I think the biggest thing that's coming up for me is my communication with everybody around me, whether it's the business, the kids, and the MIKK, my health, and be very clear with each of these entities, whether it's my COO, my kids, and the mom, and my kitty, and me with myself. I'm noticing that I think all 5 of those things, I might have got like 5 major commitments. Visits to $1 million a month, spending 3 to 4 days with my kids a week, and same thing with the LP meeting once a week, plus 2 hours a day, and then making sure my helper's on point. I'm noticing that all 5 of those are not like, I feel like I've been trying to and not actually convincing to deliver my meditation so that all of them understand like this is what it looks like. And that's one of the things that I've talked about with my coach, my other coach, is that one of the things I used to push on with me is like owning my truth and being grounded in my truth and like this is what it is and being okay with the results of what people expect.
Here's the invisible weight, unclear boundaries. Jace hadn't communicated his boundaries to his girlfriend. He didn't tell her that, hey, my bedtime's 9 p.m. I'm unavailable after that. He didn't share that with his kids. When they go to bed, I go to bed, he says. He didn't share that with his leadership team, the MITT program he was doing. He didn't say 9 p.m., I'm off the clock. And he didn't say his business team. He didn't tell his business team he is blocked off every morning for deep work. So everyone was pulling on him and he was trying to be available for everyone at all times and it was crushing him. Think about it. Every time someone texts you at 10 p.m., every time you say yes when you know you should say no, every time you don't protect your bedtime, you're adding weight to the car. You're slowing yourself down.
Oh, I guess he didn't beat in with the players that I'm playing in an LP for MIKK of like, hey, I'm open to communicate with you, but past mine, I'm not available.
Yep.
6 to 9 pick me out, go steady the caller.
When are you going to communicate with them?
The guy.
Okay. What time?
No, on 8 p.m.
So we set a specific time, 8 p.m. today. He was going to text his girlfriend, let his kids know, his MITT team, anyone who might interrupt his 9 p.m. bedtime and say, after 9 p.m., I'm off the clock. Emergency only. 6 to 9 p.m. is when I'm available. That's removing the invisible weight. Not more strategy, not more tactics, communication, boundaries, protecting your energy and your time. And by the way, if this is resonating with you, drop a comment below with the word energy or so I know that you're watching. I read every single comment. Okay, let's go back to the pattern. You see, here's what I see with 7-figure entrepreneurs trying to scale. They think the bottleneck is marketing, sales, team, systems, and sometimes it is. But oftentimes, the real bottleneck is their body. Low heart rate variability, poor sleep, eating late, unclear boundaries, low heart rate variability because of those things, and no strategy in the world can fix that. You can have the best funnel, the best offer, the best team, but if your HRV says you're almost dying because you're completely stressed out, you're operating at 20% capacity. The entrepreneurs who want to scale to 8 figures, you gotta treat your body as your most valuable asset. You gotta protect your sleep like $1 million meeting. You gotta set boundaries like your life depends on it, because it does. Look, we're in December 2025 right now. Most entrepreneurs are gonna take the holidays off, come back in January and try to push harder in 2026. But here's the truth. If you're exhausted right now, if your HRV is in the red, if you can't focus for more than 30 minutes, pushing harder won't work. Your body is the bottleneck. You need to get your sleep dialed in, 9 p.m. bedtime, non-negotiable, remove the invisible weight, communicate your boundaries, treat your body like your business foundation, because it really is. That's what I do with my executive coaching clients. We don't just build business strategy, we build the foundation that lets you execute that strategy. so you can scale to $1 million a month without burning out. All right, so here's what to do next. Step 1, get access to the free 8-figure scaling playbook Google Doc. This is the complete system I use with my executive coaching clients. It walks you through how to optimize your performance, not just your business, the exact metrics we track in Mamos, the decide, define, do 3D scaling system that we use, and how to scale to $1 million a month without burning out. It's free, link is in the description, just click it, request access, and someone on my team will give you access to that whole Google Doc. So grab it now. Step 2, if you're doing over $1 million a year in revenue, book a strategy call with me. On this call, you'll speak to me and we'll audit where you are right now in the business and we'll look at your body metrics too. We'll identify what's draining your energy. We map out what 2026 could look like for you and your business. No pitch, no pressure, just a complimentary coaching session to see if we're a right fit. But only if you're doing $1 million plus per year. This level of work requires a foundation to build on. If we're going to $1 million a month, I need you to be over $1 million so far. So 2 steps, download the playbook, the link's below in the comments. And if you're doing $1 million plus, book a call with me. Maybe we can work together to get you to $1 million a month in the next year or 2. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. I drop a new video every week breaking down real coaching sessions like this. You're getting a front row seat to real high-level executive coaching and consulting. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Again, I'm Mark Dharma, the Mill a Month Mentor. Go optimize the driver, not just the car. And I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and Jace, after this call, we set his bedtime, he communicated it to everyone. He started to improve his HRV, removed 2 to 3 hours of invisible weight from unclear boundary, got his energy back, because sometimes the best way to scale faster is to sleep more.